Bryant on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Tuesday, 21.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 62 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Tempo.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This is Carson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brooks Reed with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, that's Carson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
in the first half,
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for
Devontae Freeman? They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 46 yards, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
19. Good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that one is incomplete, and it also concludes quarter number 1. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jack Crawford in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going for it all. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
39.
On third down, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
12.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Right there, they're getting that
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jack Crawford in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's go, 14.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Check 13.
Coleman now. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and getting what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Here's Ryan. Spins by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Bryant's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.